All right, Jim George is here, and we're going to talk about gadgets and technology and cool stuff like that. If you have a question or something you want to tell Jim, maybe, the phone number here is 622-9622. Jim George is the owner of American Cable Services, and he'll tell you what you can do to make watching TV a more pleasurable experience, whether it's a little more affordable, maybe a little clearer, maybe get more channels, all of the above, maybe a la carte. Or maybe it's something to do with the other technology. The phone number is the same, 622-9622. We affectionately call Jim Professor Gadget, which is why we do that music. Use that music. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you. A little tired. I was telling Tish I just stayed up too late last night. That's all. I got in too late, worked too much. Tired, but it's another beautiful day in downtown Ocala.
How are your dreams? Do you have good dreams?
I do.
Because we had a person on the air who had an app to foil bad dreams, nightmares.
So you have to wake up to get to the app?
I have no idea.
Probably.
I have no idea. I'm not expecting.
It did a job, right?
I have no questions for you about it. I'm just telling you about it. I don't even believe it works. I don't know.
No.
That's one of the things about the technology is how many of these apps or whatever are actually hoaxes. You know what I mean? That people pay 99 cents and if it doesn't work, you figure, oh, well, it didn't work. But,
yeah, that's $1 big deal,
But
right?
meanwhile, somebody else made $1 million.
That's right. It's like the guy who said he would advertise you on social media for $1, and he had a million people on one screen. Did you remember that?
No.
There was a million advertising, and then, of course, you could blow it up bigger and bigger and bigger, but he got $1 million. A million people sent in $1 for him to have a site to advertise on.
Wow.
Yep.
Did he get taken to court for that?
No, he did what he said he would do.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
You got to be careful to read in between the lines sometimes.
Crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
You know,
they were talking. We had a travel lady on a little while ago, and she said, make sure you update your apps before you get to your destination. I don't even understand what that means. Mm-mm. You don't either, huh? You're on the same page as me.
I think TJ did because he and Charity went over to England for about 3 weeks, and they took care of all the particulars. They went to Verizon, their phone company, and they made sure they could have the plan where you could talk, from another country to to the United States and things. So there were special things they had to do in order for their phone to work.
I want to catch up with the world.
Yeah, I have people who have loaded Skype on their cell phone, and they call me from Slovenia. And all,
that's right. You got Slovenian friends.
And they do it by Skype on their cell phone. I said, they said, yeah, you just find any wireless network, like in the mall here or whatever, and you want to call Denmark, you just type it in, and it works on Skype through the cell phone, and it doesn't cost you a dime. Unbelievable.
Gosh, nice.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yes.
One of the topics this morning was shoplifting. Do you know of any technology that helps with that problem for the merchant or for the retailer?
Well, you've all had the experience where you've paid for something and want to walk out and the alarm goes off, right?
Yeah.
And then they take you back to the counter and they swipe it 2 or 3 more times. And then if you bought a piece of clothing and it has one of those compression fittings on it, and they take the compression fitting off, you get it home and your dress or whatever it is has that imprint, and you never can get that compression out because it was on there so tight.
Right.
They had to force it off. A lot of times companies will sell things and put labels on, which is another total subject, but the directions are covered up by the label. The price or something.
Right.
And you can't even read how to take this stuff because it's covered up. But no, there are. They can do the magnetic things, as you know, that they do those, and RFI. RFI is basically a real thin chip, like a type that's on your credit card.
Okay.
And they can embed that inside the dress or the collar or whatever. And as you walk out with it, it talks to the machine and says, "I'm going out of the store now."
Nice.
Really? I wasn't paid for.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't taken out of inventory.
Clark Howard has a list that he released yesterday, I guess, of the top 22 things that are being shoplifted, and one of them is the GPS.
Yeah.
And so I said to Robin, wouldn't it be fun if the thing could come on as it's walking out the door and say, when possible, make a U-turn. And please return this stolen object.
Yes.
This stolen GPS.
Well, I learned a new word this morning. Larry gave me a new word called hack.
Hack.
That's a good thing now. I always thought it was a bad word, a criminal thing, but now it's a good word.
No, well, yes, it's being used as a good word, like breakfast hacks, like how to make a great breakfast sandwich. Without, it's not hacking into somebody's computer. It's just like crack
weird?
an egg.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the 5-layer cake with the guy inside of it? What was that called again?
Yeah.
The 5-layer cake.
Yeah, there was the erotic cake competition up. Where was that? In New York?
Oh, let me see.
Someone's actually paying for a cake with a male figure jumps out of it.
Yes, and the quartet came out and sang. What was the song they sang again?
Oh, I don't know. This is yesterday's. I don't know what
Wow.
happened to today.
Too much news.
Sorry,
Too much news.
So it's Frosting the Blowman. That was what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it was called.
Information overload.
It's their annual erotic cake competition at Columbia University
Which is in New York,
yesterday.
right?
That's right. Exactly.
Oh boy.
So
That was fun.
Somebody asked me about the antenna again. I had another question about the antenna.
All right.
You're sending a lot of business to the market of Marion.
All right.
By the
Well,
way.
it works. It works.
Yeah.
But you're losing business every time.
Oh no, I don't lose any business. You pay me now or pay me later. Someone's going to want something eventually. It's not offered on that antenna. Mm-hmm. The idea is what goes around comes around.
Can we buy advertising on your cable system?
You can. When I'm up and running, I'm going to have all kind of things from streaming on the bottom of the screen, like you see on the news channels.
What do you mean? You're not up and running right now?
Well, I'm not up and running in a format that I could give you the service. I'm up and running inside Ocala Palms.
Oh, I see.
I'm up and running inside my office, but I've got a couple of more pieces of equipment I've got to buy. It seems like every time I turn around, there's something else that's going to cost me money. It's like being married, It's like
Exactly. Exactly.
You
Honey,
want
I
what,
forgot
honey?
my wallet.
So anyway, it's a piece of equipment, and so every channel has to have the capability of advertising. So if you wanted to advertise on CNN or ESPN or whatever channel it was,
Oh, I see.
then I'd have the capability of doing that, and that's like almost $1,000 per channel for that little device. And so if you have 10 channels, there's $10,000 you spent. Now, sure, you can get it back in advertisement, but you don't get it back until after you start launching and start. So I'm just adding it up, and eventually I'll quit and say that's enough channels. Let's get started here.
Nice. Everybody's waiting
Let's
for
get
that.
started.
So here's
For your
one
a la
on the
carte.
serious side. I just want to hear your feedback on this one. This is from the New York Times. Ransomware using cyber weapons stolen from the National Security Agency struck a New Jersey conglomerate on April 29th and set off alarms with its global chief information officer that future attacks loom and the world is not ready. Oh my gosh. Do you know all this stuff about people using hack in a bad term? Why do we even have so many things that are connected to the internet? Why do we have a military that has an internet connection?
See, that's one of the reasons why they started making things like firewalls, basically, or sonic walls. You need something between you and the internet that will sense that you're an intruder coming in. What the hackers have done is just learned how to get around that algorithm, for lack of a better term. Military has what they call 256,000 bits of encryption. In other words, it would take you forever to learn what that code is to get in, and by then it's changed. And so it changes you literally like every 10 seconds, the code does. But people get lackadaisy. They don't turn it on sometimes. I mean, like you can put a firewall on your own computer and say different things, and you just have to be very careful. Ransomware, I get it almost every day. I get in ransomware. It'll say something like, Microsoft has detected that you have a problem, and do not shut the computer off. Do not close this thing down. Call this toll-free number. And all I do is click and delete. And
Wow.
Because I have inside my computer a software that senses that has come in. I'm listening to what they say, but it's not affecting me because I put in a firewall.
Nice.
You just have to learn. Any business like WOCE, for instance, if you have connected to the internet, people could get in and learn about your advertisers. They could, they could surf your server, see what's going on. So it's got to be protected.
We are up against the break. If you want to call Jim now, you can do that on the air. The number is 622-9622. If you want to call Jim at American Cable Services, call him at, what's the best number here, Jim?
854-9795.
All right, we will be right back with Jim George.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. So, you used to be wired, now you're just tired. You used to be thin, but now you're the heaviest you've ever been. You don't necessarily always have to take a med if your thyroid is playing dead. If you have a thyroid disorder, an acupuncture visit may be in order. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, a high of 88 at the coast, 93 inland. Partly cloudy Friday night, low 73 to 77. Tomorrow, Saturday, partly sunny. An afternoon thunderstorm in spots, the high 88 to 92. And on Sunday, sunshine mixing with clouds, a shower or thunderstorm around, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
WOCA gets results.
Look at advertisers just because they saw the success of the help we gave to a nonprofit. That's what I like.
The Marion County Literacy Council.
Vets Helping Vets, the Arnett House, Habitat for Humanity. And what goes around comes around. So many great advertisers have chosen WOCA to advertise their services and their products simply because they saw the power during a public service campaign.
WOCA gets results.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, a high of 88 at the coast, 93 inland. Partly cloudy Friday night, low 73 to 77. Tomorrow, Saturday, partly sunny. An afternoon thunderstorm in spots, the high 88 to 92. And on Sunday, sunshine mixing with clouds, a shower or thunderstorm around, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
18 minutes after 9 o'clock, let's rejoin Jim George, also known as Professor Gadget. Your phone calls are invited. The number is 622-9622. And let's see, a lot of people using the technology for traveling.
Now, Jim mentioned that the ham thing is coming on this weekend, correct?
Yeah.
That's Saturday and Sunday, correct?
Robin has it. Yeah.
Yep,
Yes.
24th and
So
25th.
Beginning and Sunday?
Beginning at 2
Yes. I would encourage people to definitely at least see what it is our ham community is doing. Great life-saving tool. I mean, any kind of disaster area, there's going to be a ham somewhere close by.
I love ham.
Ham radios doesn't necessarily mean you're stuck behind a desk. Mm-hmm. They have cell phone type technology that is a handheld remote ham radio.
Yeah, he had one that he said was $35. He brought it in here, showed it to us.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's a technology that, if nothing else, you get your son, especially a young son, say the ages of 10 to 15 involved in. They'll learn about technology. They'll learn about different parts of the world.
Right.
I know when I took my ham license years ago, we had a big map on the wall of who we talked to, and every time we talked to someone, we put a little pin in the wall.
Oh, really?
along with their call sign. So we spoke to a guy in Russia, a guy in Germany, and so on and so forth. And that was fascinating, just to talk to people from all over the world.
Ronnie did that too. He had a ham radio, and he put a big map up there, and then they would send him postcards, and he would send postcards out, and
Whole
he talked
walls
to
full of
people all over
postcards,
the world. Yeah. It was
And my
a lot
mother
of
wouldn't let
fun.
me put postcards up, so I was satisfied with the map with pins.
And you do have a phone call, Jim. Good morning. Thank you for calling and for waiting. You're on with Jim George.
Good morning, guys. Mike McCoy.
Hey, Mike.
I think I talked to you a couple weeks ago about my internet with a company that we have Comcast out where I live in Crystal Lakes, and they basically have a monopoly on our cable system there. So I think I talked to you about this, about the internet-based little box that you buy. Went online, found one. I think it was $60. All right.
Yes.
When I first got it, I thought, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. After 3 weeks of use, I've canceled all my cable at home. Mm-hmm. No cable.
Yes.
And I tell you what, it is the most amazing. Any show that you can find on TV, I can find on here.
Yes.
And no commercials. No commercials.
Mm-hmm.
They do have pauses in the movie, but it's like milliseconds. I mean, few seconds,
sure.
maybe 5 or 6 seconds at the very most.
Yeah, buffering.
But
yep.
One right click and you're through it. It's gone. You know. And like I say, any show. I think it's called, the box I got was X96 is what it's called, off eBay, and phenomenal. I would never think of going back.
Exactly.
But, wow. And once you get used to it and understand it, it's just phenomenal.
So right now, you still have Comcast for your internet?
Oh, heck no. For the internet, yeah. Unfortunately, that's all we have there.
And do you know what speed you have?
Jim, I really don't. I know it's fast enough for what I never.
Sure.
There's never any buffering.
Good. Good.
So, and if I could figure out a way to get rid of them out of my internet, I would too. So,
yeah.
I just don't like the idea of being in a monopoly,
Yes.
But now I'm thinking I'm going to get one for my shop. I'm going to put them in my shop. The only problem with them is you got to have one for each TV. So what? You spend $60.
Yes.
If you've got 4 TVs, you're $250, right?
That's a one-time fee, and you're done.
That's as it is right now. That's about 2 months of paying the cable guys. Sorry, Jim.
Yes, no, I agree. I agree 100%. IPTV is the wave of the future. Everybody's going to get a little small box or an app. Shortly, there'll be an app, and you won't even need the box. But you got to have a smart TV that really is smart.
Well, I've got 3 of them, 3 smart TVs at home that and I don't know. I'm stupid when it comes to the smart TV. So.
Right. We all are. It's a new technology. It's forming. But the smart TVs are not necessarily smart yet, because although they give you areas of expertise you can go to, like you can go to Netflix, you can go here, you can go there. The computer inside of it's not robust enough. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I used to be the guy that would. There's certain TV shows that I really enjoy. I like Big Bang Theory. It's funny to me. Most people don't think it is.
Right.
And also, Supergirl. I like sci-fi.
Okay.
And so, I realized I'm running home to watch this. I got to hurry. And then I realized that's stupid. They're all reruns anyhow.
Yeah.
It's all reruns.
Right.
So I just sent my. Now I just go when I want to watch it anytime I want to.
Exactly.
I just go click it on.
Right.
So,
yep, that's a good part of it.
Guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wow, that's a great endorsement.
See, that's even good for you, Larry. You're speaking about when Galen says to you, have you seen this movie or that movie, and you say no. Right. You have a one-time cost. You already paid for the internet.
Yeah.
All you do is type it in. Like there's a series now called Genius, which is a story of Einstein. They're on number 7, I think, or number 8 right now.
Yeah, I think we spoke to the director, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, you just type it in, and you'll watch all 7 of them, and you'll get caught up in one evening if you want to do binge watching.
Oh my gosh, I can't do binge watching.
I know, but you can do one a Sunday.
Yeah, that's the way that I would
do one a Sunday or one a Saturday or whatever. But the idea is they're out there. They are free. It's basically ABC, NBC, National Geographic, whoever's putting it on, History Channel, and you just go to it, and there you go. And it costs you $60, like he was saying.
I know. I've seen it. I mean, Doug has it, right? So it's the same thing, right? We're talking about the same thing.
Well, he's getting the off the air,
right?
But if the internet, you type into the, in other words, you can go to video on demand, type in the word Genius. and it'll give you seven, and you click on number 1.
Gotcha.
And you watch number 1. The next day, you type in the same thing. You click number 2. You watch it. The idea is it's out there for your viewing.
And we do have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Good morning, Larry.
Hey.
Jim George.
Yeah.
Larry, question for you.
Go ahead.
Is it against the law to make a contract on the air?
It's not smart.
Why is it not smart?
Because you're letting everybody else in on your contract, and it's airtime. What? Who do you want to make a contract
No.
with?
It's not a secret.
Okay, what is it?
I would like to hire Jim George to install antenna system for me.
Oh, well, that's what.
Nice.
That's what you're on for.
Is that okay?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, just call my number.
Okay.
I'll get back with you.
Jim George, draw up the contract to give me what I want, and you already know what I want.
I don't know if I know what you want or not. I thought you bought some antennas, and you wanted
I want an antenna system, and I want to tell the cable companies to kiss my you-know-what.
Well, just give me a
And
call.
I will be at the station in a little bit making a delivery for Robin.
All right. Well, I
Okay,
appreciate
then
it.
you
Larry.
can meet
Well, I'll
him.
be heading down to
I got-
Leesburg, so I won't be hanging around. I'm sorry about that. Today's one of the
Well,
days.
that's okay. That's okay, Jim George. You write me up a contract and leave it with Larry or something, and we'll take care of it from there.
All right. Thank you.
Do you know what he wants? All right. Thank you,
Okay.
Frank. Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
guys.
And you have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Good morning, Jim and Larry. It's Lauren. Listen, there were mentions about ham radio earlier. I also love ham. And where can I purchase one of these ham radios?
Well, nice lead in for this weekend. You need to go by and visit Jim Trapani? Is that who's
Yes,
doing it?
yes.
Yeah.
And where's
Not Trapani. I'm sorry, Jim Penna.
Jim Penna.
And where's the location?
If you go to arrl.org and put in field day, it'll be right at the top of their page, and they've got the address and everything there.
Oh, that's wonderful, but you totally missed my joke. I want a radio made out of ham.
They missed mine.
Where do I get that?
They missed it when I
Where do I
said.
get that?
They missed it when I said it too, Lauren. So.
Oh, I see. Ham radio.
Oh.
And are they coming out with something called a bacon radio? That would be a top seller.
It's at St. George Anglican Church.
Yeah, and they do eat bacon over there. Yes, they're allowed to eat pork products.
And it starts at 2 p.m. It runs for 24 hours, so they'll be able to help you with everything. Or you can visit the website, arrl.org.
Yes, that is a fabulous skill to know, and but that'll really get your brain cells working. So
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
But Swiss cheese radio is X-rated, so be careful with that one.
Got holes all in it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you know what? I was going to read you something. Never mind. I lost it.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's always the computer. The computer.
Yeah,
right?
blame it on the computer.
I always do.
But anyway, every single homeowner should be leery of these ransomware, as you brought up earlier, and go online and just type in things like "How can I prevent ransomware?" like in a Google search.
And you get it every day?
Well, there's always something that pops up on your screen that tells you. First of all, do you have any virus protection? If you have a virus protection,
I
like
have something
a Norton or an AVG or something, they're going to alert you that someone's trying to get in.
Mine's got like a Swedish name or something, right? Or a German name?
Yeah.
What is it? It's a
Up
weird.
to 'em, I don't know.
I've got the Geek Squad.
Yeah, I don't
All right.
know.
So anyway, when it does, and you just click no, or in other words, that's the warning. You need some type of virus protection.
I had it one
some
time.
kind of malware, spyware.
I had the ransomware thing one time. It told me I had to go get $350
Right.
and send it to them. But I got out of it by tricking it. I had to go very quickly to the turn off button on the. I have an Apple, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's why.
No. So some of these are not necessarily permanently lodged in the memory of your mainframe. So by getting out of Internet Explorer or getting out what you're, and going back, it hasn't found you again. Even though it says do not turn off, we have locked your computer. That's not necessarily true. And if it does, that's what you have malware, spyware, and virus protection for. And all these are free online. You can get ClamWin is one of the virus protection, malware and spyware They're all free.
Nice.
So much to think about. Well, if we have any questions, we can call you. What's your number?
854-9795.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to talk about sharks next. Oh,
Sharks.
my gosh. All right, thank you, Jim. We'll be right back.
The Republicans say they're undecided. North Korea calling itself the biggest smear campaign victim in the death of an American student who was detained for more than a year, laid to rest yesterday.
A couple thousand people packed a high school gym in Wyoming, Ohio to say goodbye to 22-year-old Otto Warmbier, who died less than a week after he was returned home in a vegetative state from North Korea, where he was sentenced to prison last year for allegedly stealing a poster.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso, North Korea denying it tortured Warmbier. Fox News, we report, you decide.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms: frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to open up to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com, complete the symptom checker, and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Our brains associate the color green with growth and change. In fact, looking at a green object for just 2 seconds, like a plant or a green throw pillow, it boosts creative thinking by over 20%. To double your chances of a second date, skip the chit-chat about your favorite movies and TV shows and talk about travel instead. Did you know that the term childproof on a bottle of medicine does not mean it's impossible for kids to open it?
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law,